Hi, it's Heather and Ashley, and we're having Beers with Bands. We're here in Newmarket at Arch Brewery with Brothers of North. Hey guys, thanks for coming.
How's it going?
You guys beer drinkers? I
Y'all
was
definitely,
told that the band was built on beer.
basically, yeah, right from the beginning.
Yeah.
Yeah.
A
For
bond
sure.
over beer.
Oh yeah.
Nice. So I am enjoying a Chesterfield Kolsch. Why don't you guys introduce yourselves and your role in the band and tell us what you're drinking?
So I'm Pete, I play bass, and I am drinking the Chesterfield as well.
It's good beer.
I'm James, and I sing and play guitar, and I'm drinking the American Pale Ale.
I'm Joe. I play lead guitar, and I'm drinking the Chesterfield.
And Ashley over there, I think, is also enjoying the Chesterfield Kolsch.
I am also drinking the Chesterfield.
So you guys have been together since 2013. So
Yep.
give us your origin story. How did you guys come about?
That's going to me? Yeah.
You can make it totally sound like you're superheroes too, because I said origin story.
Our origin story. Yeah, we'll have to like sync in like really epic music now, right? Just, like,
Yeah.
in the background.
Yeah.
Cue, 3, 2, 1. It started really with just James and I. James and I grew up together like since elementary school, and we used to always just like write instrumentals, and you know, when I was in college, like James would just come over to my apartment, and we'd write instrumentals and get drunk and just be like, oh, it'd be so sweet to start a band, blah blah, this and that. And I remember what happened was like I finished school. I just finished my internship like to work at an advertising agency, and James and I were still writing instrumentals. And one day he sent me a voice memo on an iPhone of him singing to one of our instrumentals, and I heard his voice. I'm like, you asshole! Like, we could be
Where
doing
have you
this.
been this whole time?
Yeah, I've known you since I was like 6 years old or something, and I'm just finding this out now. So, and basically the rest is history. Like we started the band. Like I told my parents, I was like, I'm gonna go work at Best Buy for a year and do this band thing, and I'll show you guys that we can make something happen from it. And then down the road, we got Pete and Tom and started Brothers of North, and yeah, I haven't looked back. It's been a crazy, great experience.
Nice.
Mm-hmm.
Do you guys come from musical families? Like, do you have a musical family background or
No,
no?
not at all. No, actually, I think my dad played drums for like a year when he was a kid, but that's about it.
Really?
Yeah.
Don't you
No.
have a cousin or something that plays keys? Don't you have a cousin that plays keys in a band or something?
Do you?
Yeah, whatever. Well, your
That's your
cousin's
other- that's
your
your
cousin's
other
a producer
band.
though. Like you have a cousin that's a producer and stuff like in your family.
Oh
right?
yeah. I mean, like my immediate family. No, like I have a cousin that's younger than I am.
Your
That
other
one, you know.
This is the first video where we're gonna lose somebody.
I guess that's the same. My dad played a little bit of drums. I guess you could say I'm from a music-loving family, but not so much a music-composing family.
Yeah. And at what point, when like you guys obviously started playing together quite young, at what point were you like goofing around playing that you realized that this was more than just like a hobby? This was something that we potentially could be really good at. Or did you right from the get-go, or like we're awesome, we're doing
No.
It was kind of just like it was just kind of like it was just kind of the experience of like being together, especially like James. Well, we can go really back, and like we knew Pete way back in the day, and like we would just show up at his house like on a Friday, and he would have drums in the basement. And before we even knew how to play like a chord on a guitar, we were just like, shooting the shit, trying to figure it out. And then Pete and us, like I don't know, you went and did your thing, you went to college and all this stuff, and we didn't talk for years. And then he just kind of came back in the picture. But I think it was just like the experience of being in a band, or not even a band, just creating something together. And we all had, what's the word? We were all like chemistry, yeah. We all had like this great chemistry from like day one. It was just really easy for us to know what direction we wanted to go with a song. And we were never like afraid to express our feelings too about it. So if we thought James wasn't singing this right, or what I was doing was completely hack, like we would change it. We would be fearless about that. And I think it was just a really natural and healthy thing from the beginning. So it made it really addicting for us to continue to play.
Yeah, so it kind of felt like right from the beginning that it was gonna be something. Like, the songs weren't great, but I think we all felt that.
You guys had something.
Yeah.
And so there's four of you, three here, but four of you. Like, how does communication happen within the band? Like you said, if someone said, do you like just go outside and beat each other up and see who wins, or?
There's certainly been some contention, as I'm sure is the case with any band, family, or creative group.
Yeah.
But I feel like we're all kind of the same type of people with the way that we deal with stuff like that, conflict, anger. So we work it out.
Do you have like a veto system? Like if someone is really just not 100% on board with something, or
I mean,
do you guys try to just argue them down to be like, this is why we think
Yeah,
it's gonna work?
it's usually like a debate at that point. It's
Yeah.
like if it's 3 against, one, we'll still try to convince that one so they can be on board with it too, whatever it would be.
Yeah, we don't want to just be like, oh, it's 3 of us. You don't like it. It's tough. It's kind of like,
You want to win them over.
Yeah, for sure.
That's great. So you guys did the Edge's Next Big Thing, and you guys, with your album, was crowdsourced.
Yeah.
I want to use the right term.
Yeah.
So this day and age, this opportunity exists. Like you have these outlets, social media, these different windows of opportunity to get your music out there. How do you feel about that? Do you feel like that is a benefit, or do you find that there's just more sharks in the water now, and it's kind of like this innovation of the social media culture? Do you find it's
I think it maybe evens itself out.
Yeah.
There are more bands out there, but there are a lot more opportunities to, be seen. So I think I don't know. I guess it evens itself out.
Yeah, I would agree. I guess while there's more kind of fish in the pond, I feel like it's easier to get to the places you want to go to. Like those roadblocks that might have been in place so long ago aren't there anymore.
Yeah.
But because there's so many fish in the pond, you just have to stand out a little bit more because
Yeah.
everyone has the same opportunities you have. So, yeah, I'd say it's probably a wash, I guess. Yeah.
So Ashley and I saw you guys at Toronto Festival of Beer. You guys all had a good time there, I hope.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
Did you guys find any new beers or anything that really stood out to you? Or I find myself in these things, they just all start running together.
Right, yeah.
Someone off camera is nodding.
Unfortunately for me, Tom, our drummer, he just had a baby recently, so him and I were just packing up the gear, trying to get out there as quickly for us so he can get back to his kids. So I didn't really get to try too many beers out this
super.
year.
I tried a bunch of beers. I feel like I'm like kind of lame though. I like start off with ones I already know.
Yeah.
Even though it's like like you get this much and it's just for tasting, but it's just But then after a while, you just kind of walk up and you're like, oh, it looks cool.
Yeah. That's a
And
cool
then
name.
you're like, yeah. So I probably found some beers I like, but I just don't remember.
Yeah.
I remember last year when we, or 2 years ago or whatever it was when we played Beer Festival last time. I just remember getting really like drunk and finding all the sour beers, and I'm not crazy
Ooh.
about sour beers, but it was just like consistently one after the next. I'm like, I'll try this one and take it and like chug it back. I'm like, oh god, it was awful.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, and you missed it because this beer festival that was a feature was the sour beers,
Oh,
the
did
Funk
I?
Fest. Yeah.
Okay, so maybe it was all.
Yeah, you got yours
Lucky.
way before the trend was.
What was it
popular.
called? Funktown?
Funktown, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that little booth right by the stage. So, again, you guys formed your core at 2013. What would 2018 Brothers of North tell 2013 today? If you were able to meet them today, what would you tell them?
Man, these are hard questions when you're drinking.
It is.
See,
Like,
all the
any
hard
piece of
ones I
advice
just
you've
hand
learned over
over.
5 years that you're with. Oh, I wish I knew that
Yeah.
in 2013.
I guess it's just like for me, it was like I just have more fun with it.
Yeah.
Like
Don't take yourself too seriously.
too seriously, and just enjoy the moments, and drink and write. Just always drink and write. We stopped drinking for a while now and writing. We got to get back to that. I feel like more of our better songs were when we were drinking together, so we should do that. Yeah.
Another round.
So, yeah. It's kind of like the other way around the advice. It's like 2013 telling 2018 keep
Drink more.
drinking.
Nice.
I'd probably say take advantage of the opportunities when they're presented to you. Don't pass anything up. Just
do it all.
Just do it all. Yeah.
Nice. Good advice.
Same thing. I would just say don't overthink it. Don't forget that you're there to have fun. don't overthink it, don't worry too much, and like James said, just jump on everything. You
Yeah.
know, don't just do it. You know, that's what I would say.
Exactly. So what's next for you guys? What's on the horizon?
Why do you keep pointing the mic straight to me every time?
It starts at you, and then
Because he wants the time to really think
All right,
about
yeah.
it.
Yeah, exactly. So we have our album out, Dope in Affection. It's the one that's crowdfunded and everything like that, and we are soon gonna have CDs released soon. So we just we just want to play a bunch of shows. Excuse me. Work on our online presence more and just really show everyone who we possibly can, like who we are and our story, and get that more forward. So
Nice.
trying to build this thing into something even bigger than we can imagine. So
Nice.
Yeah.
And do you guys have any shows planned anytime soon?
right now, no.
Okay.
No. So we've just been trying to work more on the background stuff that you
Yeah.
guys don't see, and just plan that whole concept and stuff out, and keep writing
Yeah.
and drinking.
Nice. 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 Anything to add, guys? Okay.
shows are coming up soon.
They're coming. They're coming. We will let you know.
Yeah, there will be shows. Just working on it.
Perfect.
I hop in his dude's queue. We said, let's go, son. We got some talking to do, yeah. Said I've been taking too much, so it's time to go. Go ahead and get your stuff, yeah.
We're now going to do the rapid fire, and we also have some new beers over here. I'm actually drinking the Chesterfield again. Anybody else? Anything new?
Chesterfield again.
Chesterfield.
Chesterfield.
Chesterfield again.
I got the APA.
Okay,
You guys ready?
I think
You're
so.
ready for the rapid fire. Okay. First beer.
Moosehead.
Laker Honey Lager.
Canadian.
Canadian. First CD you ever bought.
Bought? Zep 3. Led Zeppelin 3.
I think it was Nelly. Like Country Grammar. Yeah.
Nice.
What else would it be? Nirvana, Nevermind.
Did you
All
buy
good.
Nelly, or did you like your parents buy Nelly?
Or do you have a sister that you took Nelly out of her CD from?
Yeah.
No, it was mine.
Oh,
Yeah.
Really?
Own it.
Saint Lunatics.
I'm not sure about guys, but girls had some crazy first email addresses.
My sister made mine, so it was Viva_Italia92. I was born in '89. It doesn't even make sense.
Yeah, like where was 89? Yeah. This is super boring, but it's like almost the exact same. It was like, I don't want to give my email out now.
It's
it was
okay.
Oh, is it still living on? Is it still active?
it's like the same
Okay,
email
don't
that
worry
I
about
have
that.
right
It's
now.
all
It's like pretty much my name
Yeah.
with like an underscore in the middle of it. It's like
You were
super.
way more
It's like a
mature than a lot of
preferred.
us.
Yeah.
Oh, I don't even know what age it was, but my first email address was 60s, SICKSTEEZ_number at hotmail.com.
Mine might have been bootylicious_14.
For sure it was.
That was my second.
I have always had my name.
You're so
Yeah.
mature.
I know, right?
I am a lot older, so email happened when I was mature.
First concert.
First concert, what was it? Our Lady Peace at Massey Hall. Crazy watching that guy just jump up to the balcony and stuff. He was insane. It was really cool. Yeah, I saw went to concerts really late in my life, so yeah.
I was just gonna say I just
Yeah,
seen
it
them
was-
at Massey Hall.
Yeah, you know what? It was honestly my first real concert was coming close to 10 years ago, so not that long.
I don't really know. I don't know. I think it might have been like Kings of Leon at like the ACC. Like
there too.
I don't know. I don't know. Like first big
Yeah.
stadium thing. Yeah.
I was Alexis on Fire at the Government for the Watch Out tour, Like Joe, I was a bit of a late bloomer. I was 18 by that point, and I felt like I was so late to the scene, but I'll never forget that night. It was awesome.
That's the winner. That's the winner.
So if you guys were going to brew your own beer and you had to name it one of your song titles, what would it be?
Shoes.
Shoes.
What style would it be?
Oh. Something with a old Dorito kind of flavor.
Yeah,
That's my
it would
next
be like a
question is-
malt liquor.
Secret ingredient is the next question. So there you go.
You got some time to think.
All of our names are like
Dorito IPA, Pilsner.
Probably an IPA. It sounds IPA-ish to me.
a lot of our names are boring. It's like we have like Tane is one of our songs, which is like a very boring beer name.
But that would be a really good beer name for something that's like 11%.
That's right. Would you like some Tane? Yeah, exactly. Yeah. I think I would go with like our first song off the album, which is like I Can't Breathe. Because it's like when you're super fucked up, you're like, I can't breathe. Shit. Fuck me up.
So rolling into the next question, is there a type of alcohol you can't drink anymore? Like the smell of it just turns you right off?
A few. Yeah. Tequila is definitely one. Yeah. Tequila will kill you.
I don't really anymore. There was a good portion of time when I couldn't drink Jameson's Irish whiskey, but I think I've gotten over that.
Yeah, I don't know. I think I can hang.
You just kind of, you get sick and get over it?
Yeah, I don't know.
Once again,
Like-
like opposite. Like I would get wasted and he'd wake up the next morning and be just fine.
Yeah.
And I'd be like asleep for 3 days after.
It's good.
Any-
What are you guys have to keep it going?
Any good hangover foods? Like what's your go-tos?
Come back to me.
I got this. Cold pizza, all the way. Cold pizza, pepperoni, bacon, cheddar cheese at bare minimum. That's my answer.
Coconut water, bacon. I feel like I can't eat much if I'm hungover, so like
Yeah.
just bacon. Yeah, you know what I mean? Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, get that salt back in you.
I'm like, I would be like ginger ale, like crackers, like so. Like I'm literally in bed with the lights on. Like I hate my life.
And yeah, cold pizza for sure, because it's like so natural. Like you were out partying and drinking, and there's pizza, and you wake up, and it's right there. So it's like, yeah.
It's like tricking your stomach. Like we're still going. Yeah.
Exactly. Chances are it's probably still on the kitchen counter from the night before around 4:30 a.m.
It's like an evolutionary thing. It's like, you know, it's always there. So
So if you could drink any one beer for the rest of your life, what would it be?
I love Black Bellows. It's such a good beer, but it once again drink too much and you can't breathe. You're gonna be too drunk. But it's such a good beer. I love it.
that's really tough. That's the hardest question that we've been asked all night. Ever.
You're welcome. Whoops.
I don't know. Like it's hard. I might like first thing that came to mind was Canuck, Great Lakes, because like yeah, I don't know. It's not like you can't pick something too intense because then you know you'd hate it. That one's pretty good. Yeah, and it's like enough where it's still good after. Yeah, yeah,
It
yeah,
is.
yeah. Chesterfield.
I'm gonna have to go. It's got to be something light for me if I have to drink it, you know, every day. It's probably like I've been really on Mill Street Organic, oddly enough, lately. It's just a nice, light, easy go down beer. And
Do you need my
No one said you had to drink it every day. It was just the like.
oh, I thought it was every day.
Yeah, it
oh,
is. But Pete's like the oldest of us, so of course he's gonna have the most mature answer about it. Just like, let me think about this, like actually strategically.
well, every
Yeah, he
day.
said
then.
every day.
It's all you could ever.
Oh.
The only one brew. That's
Yeah,
it.
like
I
you
did
could
think-
only
I was
have
thinking,
one
like-
beer for the rest of your life. Like it doesn't have to be like every day.
Oh, I
Like
took it
all
as
I drink is
Doesn't have
Mill
to be
Street.
every day.
gonna have to go Old English malt liquor, obviously.
Oh. Brothers North, Shoes malt liquor.
Dream venue that you could play. If you could play any venue in the entire world, what would it be?
We got to, for me, the dream keeps getting bigger. So I remember James and I, before Bond started, or actually we were just starting Bond, we went to Sound Academy and saw the Arkells play. And I remember, once again, being drunk with James and just saying, like, one day we'll be up there. And we got to do that at Edge Fest, the Edge Next Big Thing. So that was a huge thing just for me. I've always wanted to play at Osheaga, though. Such
a big, huge festival.
Oh, is it Osheaga or Osheaga?
I would say Osheaga.
Osheaga.
I
If
think
you
so.
call it, what's the other way?
Osheaga?
No. Osheaga. It's like,
Are they from Wasaga?
it's like people watching this having a good time. Yeah. Whoa, whoa, whoa. That's how I pronounce it.
But yeah, so like any stage there. I mean, we went one year, like 4 or 5 years ago, and saw. I still talk about that festival all the time. Like we saw Jaguar Ma, Foster the People. Who headlined? There was Outkast, Jack White. I can't remember the
So
third
much
night.
variety.
Arctic Monkeys.
Yeah, it's crazy.
It was just amazing. Yeah, and so that's the next big goal for me, or stage or venue or whatever you want to call it that I want to get to.
Yeah, no, I feel like that's what I want my answer to be, but I can't do that. Well,
you have Wembley Stadium. You have the Troubadour. and,
Red
like
Rock
you have, there's a
is
lot
pretty
of places.
amazing.
Red Rock. Was
Oh,
crazy.
I
Right?
picked that one, Red Rock.
Yes.
Yeah, that's the one. That's so cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, Red Rock.
I was just gonna say Wembley, just because
in
the
Phoenix,
size,
I
the
think,
history,
Arizona.
just the layout, just everything. It's so iconic,
That's a really cool one.
So let's hope it all gets picked up.
So, the last one. This is it. Your dream collaboration.
Does it have to be just one?
It can be Shaggy, if that's what you really want.
Definitely Shaggy, but like Shaggy in like his prime, like Shana Bala. Okay, I usually say like stuff like Kings of Leon because we always say like Kings of Leon's like one of the big inspiration for us and would help start this band and blah blah blah. It's like kind of how we like came up with the name and stuff, but I'm gonna go something.
Call Vaughn.
Yeah, call us. I don't know. There's so like I can't choose that. It's like everyone is like a different experience that would be like so huge. Like if it was Kings of Leon, Foo Fighters, Bahamas, like even things that wouldn't like we would necessarily like you would never see together could be really cool, And like I don't know, Bahamas. I'll say Bahamas.
Yeah, I don't know. That's a tough one. I've never thought about that. I don't know. Like as far as playing on stage together, I'd play with like so many bands and just go up and have such a good time. You know what I mean? Like you see sometimes they're doing like a show and one's headlining and one's opening, and then they come out at the end and they're all playing together. Like that's what I want to do. You know what I mean? And I just do it with pretty much any band. I don't know.
I'm gonna have to say any member of Led Zeppelin that is still around, just because, or like all the obvious big rock stars.
Thanks for joining us today at Arch Brewing.
Thanks for having us.
And you can catch any of your socials. Where are you across the board?
Everywhere.
Everywhere.
Yeah. I don't
Brothers
know.
of North.
Brothers
Facebook,
of North.
Instagram, Twitter.
Yep.
Check out our new album, Dope in Affection. You can stream it on Spotify or listen to it on YouTube or download it from our website or iTunes.
Apple Music.
Apple Music. Help support us. We worked really hard on it. So
That was a terrible throw. We should do that again.
And we're Beers with Bands from Beer XCA. And you can check us out. Same thing over all the socials. And cheers, guys.